Hello and greetings, gamers. Oh boy, it's been a hot second, hasn't it? You, me, what about it? So I may have some bad news. I plan on talking a lot about a lot of things this stream, but I got some bad news. My my tracking's not working today. You truly are a big... Looks like you're becoming a big-time villain, Doctor. No, okay. Here's the deal. Whenever I start stream, I get my OBS up, I get myself up, which is to say, I hired this bunny to stare at you. I get my stuff up, which means that, like, you know, I plug my phone to use as a camera to capture my bunny visage and deliver it to your eyeballs. But at like the last second, what was once me wiggling and jiggling around on my computer screen suddenly stopped making me wiggle and jiggle around. So like I promise I'm trying to fix it behind the scenes, but until I can fix it, I will be staring at you. I figured it would be... Wait, hold on. Actually, you know, it's been a hot second since we've done this. Oh, I die. What if I... Let's see. Ah, yes. Hold on. Will it capture? Will it blend? Oh, it's me! I'm tiny! How's about PNG? How about we do a PNG chatting stream today? Why am I tiny? Why am I so tiny? Small Demmy looks so edible. Yeah, don't eat me. That's Mix Lupin to you, Riley. No. Yeah, we can go PNG today. So I can figure out what's wrong with Warudo. I think it's Warudo. Cause like my tracker is fine. My pooter's fine, my OBS is fine. I think it's just Warudo. No. Shmishmini this up. You left me to deal with insufferable, poorly animated, and quasi-queer-coded Andy Dick for an hour and a half. Riley, I wanted to be there so bad. I wanted to be like, hey, did you know the goat, the singing goat, is also the creator of fucking Dorbies? And like, I fell asleep, so like, I couldn't be there to deliver the bad news. I found that out like really recently. Thank you very little. What's his name? Let me find it on the web. If I just go to Hoodwinked, if I just go to the Wikipedia page for Hoodwinked, Topper 5471. Thank you very much for the follow. Where's my kazoo? There it is. Hoodwinked Wikipedia. Andy Dick is in it. Why is Andy Dick in it? Why is like half the cast in Hoodwinked? That's what I want to know. Playing games from Grab? What do you mean Grab Tap? What are you talking? What is Blood talking about? Tom Kenny as Tommy, a pig police officer. Benji Gaither as Japheth the Goat, a mountain goat who owns a minecart business and is always singing to a supposed curse by a mountain witch. And if I search Benji Gaither, which, if you know your bad movies and you know your bad animated Christian movies, you may recognize the name Gaither. Speaking of Hoodwinks, they found a copy of the film before they got all the Hollywood actors in it. Ooh, I wonder how different that is. Like, wasn't something like that found with Food Fight 2? Like, isn't there like a Food Fight equivalent of like, yeah, before we got like Wayne Brady and Charlie Sheen and Hilary Duff, we just had like normal voice actors? I could be wrong. Why is Benji Gaither kind of handsome? Hello? Benji Gaither is a versatile and prolific voice actor. Known for Hoodwink, Gaither's Pond, and Dorby's. I wouldn't say that's prolific. I mean, to each their own, I guess. Yeah, so if I go to show you all, yeah, this is him. This is Benji Gaither. He's the goat in Hoodwinked, but also he has a very kissable smile. He did Gaither's Pond, which is okay. Well, how do I describe this? So Gaither's Pond is a 3D animated Christian themed small short for kids about fish. And Dorby's Making Decisions is a Christian themed 3D animated short for kids about balls. I've not seen Gaither's Pond, but about balls. Dorby's is one of my very favorite bad movies, if you can call it that. It's more like a special. I saw your VOD of the Green Demeter. Yes. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with the April Fool's stream. I wish I could have streamed more since then. That was like my last stream. What is your green? Balls 3D. They're very balls 3D edition on Dorby's. Can I show you all? Can I show you all Dorby's? And why won't they go away? Let me pause my Fruitiger arrow and show you all Dorby's. The theme. Dorby's theme song. Yes. Let's off this a little bit, because like this is so important. This is so important to know about me. Check this out.
Dorbies. Everywhere I look, I see Dorbies. Rolling to and fro, I see Dorbies. Why don't they go away?
You may notice a lot of things about this theme song.
Dorbies. Rolling down the halls, I see Dorbies.
Tiny little balls of seeds, Dorbies. Why won't they go away? Why don't they go away? Ba da da da. Oh, I love Dorbies. So you may have noticed, one, the animation's not super great. Two, music's actually pretty good. I've never heard of this show. It is a special called Dorby's Making Decisions. You can actually watch it for free on YouTube. It's clearly like a VeggieTales spinoff, but I will say, for being a VeggieTales spinoff, it's only the vaguest amount of like religiously coded. I will say there's parts of it that may be weird, a little untasteful. But if you can get past the untasteful bits, it's like weirdly funny in an ironic way, and also you will get some great music out of it. Dorby's is, wait, hold on, can I show you? Oh, I'm gonna spoil the best part for you all. Okay, check this out.
German Access Television presents Mr. Poe und Jogel.
Who's the strongest Dorby in the world, who's loved by every boy und girl und Jack?
It's Mr. Poe
and
Jogel.
Who makes his living fighting crime and carries back the flapjacks on his back. It's Mr. Poe
and Jogel.
He is very
nice.
It's Mr. Poe und Jogel.
Those Dorbies do be making decisions for real. The Killer Bean version of Snorks. I know 4 out of the 7 words that you've just said to me. They should make a Fruit Tales that promotes a different religion and then pit against the VeggieTales in a one-on-one fight. Yeah, there's a new Brutal Foods and there's a new Harry Gold. And I told myself I would stream first and then watch Brutal Foods and Harry Gold. That was a lie. I've seen clips of Killer Bean. I've not seen actual Killer Bean, like the movie. I think Calmata has. Yeah, no, I would love to watch like Killer Bean for a movie night with y'all. I think that'd be fun. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, let's get the refrigerator air back. But yeah, the creator of Dorbies, the creator of all of that wacky nonsense that I forced into your brain, was also the GOAT in the hit Weinstein movie Hoodwinked. Riley, if you're still here, you could give me a good time that you're free, and we could do a gamers watch along of Hoodwinked. I looked at the grab tab exactly once. I'm gonna kill you, Stream Elements. I'm gonna kick your butt. Kills you. Kills you. Kills you. Awesome. I don't know how much effort your VHS streams take to set up, but like if you're free anytime, I'd love to get some movies going in the gamers lair if you would like to host any. Only one location for ancient video. That's fair. That's fair. Thought it was worth an ask. Kalmata, have you seen Killer Bean? Demi's beans are pretty killer. Oh, I forgot I can do beans, but I forgot how to do beans. Two is kazoo. That's my pointy. Beans are here. Mike did a watch along stream. Yeah, no, I have not seen the Mike stream of it. I think it's like free on YouTube, isn't it, Killer Bean? Killer Bean Forever 4K official full movie, 1 hour and 24 minutes. So yeah, you could just watch that if you wanted to. The original 2 shorts. Ooh, it's kind of like a like a haha you clown situation where it was shorts first and then it's full thing. I see. Forever was a niche DVD release in 2009. There is also a game. I think the game is still in production. Yeah. Original Killer Bean remastered. Killer Bean dance scene. Aw. There's so many like movies I want to watch with everyone for like movie nights. The 2 shorts are more like portfolio pieces. It's why Jeff Lube got to work on stuff like Matrix Reloaded. That's awesome. No more beans, Will. Actually, hold on. If I go... Ah! I got the secrets. Cool. Yes. Awesome. So... So hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about my very, very busy 2 weeks. Cause like, you may have noticed I haven't streamed since April Fools. The last week, not like this Monday up until this Sunday, but the week before, was really, really, really busy. I had my last-ish days at physical therapy, and they were so hard. They were so hard. I wanted to tell you all about it because it was so weird. They put me on the pear wiggler, the infamous pear wiggler. They wiggled the bunny. They had this thing that was like a big platform that moved around like you were on Star Tours. And I had to do exercises on the platform while it was moving. And they made me do the hardest exercises that I do. It was crazy. But I did them. And I had some time off because I went to go see my orthopedic doctor. And it sounds like I have 3 more physical therapy sessions, but I think after that I might be done with it. Now you can shoot lasers out of your eyes, right? I'm still working on that. I think after some home practice I'll be able to do it. This was like a couple weeks ago. But I think it helped. I think physical therapy helped a little bit in that my bunny leggies seem to be stronger. My bunny hips, however, my very squishable, fuzzy, grippable hips are still having a bit of issue. So I'm going to see a different back specialist orthopedic doctor about it. And we'll see how that goes. When I went to my current orthopedic doctor, the one that mainly specializes in legs, she said there's like an injection you can get where they'll stick something inside of your hip. And I was like, whoa. So I don't know if I'm gonna be getting something stuck inside my hip, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then after I had my very, very busy physical therapy week, I went with Kalmata over the weekend to go see Papa Bun and his wife. I will say this last month or so has been kind of a whirlwind because I actually have not seen Papa Bun in a very, very long time. Very coincidentally, Sister Bun got me in contact with Papa Bun. And it turns out that we don't live like ridiculously far from each other. Currently I am not in Papa Bun's area of the Arizona desert. I am in arguably more desert, just not Papa Bun's desert. Without saying where I am, I will say that Papa Bun lives in Tucson. And this is important to note. I wouldn't be saying if it wasn't important. Because Papa Bun has been a worldly traveler, and like the man has like literally built parts of Tucson, and he loves it there. And I stayed in the Tucson desert with Calmata and him and his wife. Are you within driving distance to the Glenn Frey statue? Let me Google what that is. Glenn Frey statue. Winslow? I've never heard of Winslow. I will say I lived in Arizona before, and I've never heard of Winslow. I do like this giant flatbed though. Papa Bun might know about it though, because Papa Bun's a sports guy, and also he's been all over the place in Arizona. Like, he's been here for a long time. Papa Bun's an old man. He's an old bun. It was so nice being out in the desert, actually. Calmata and I were there, and we were in the desert, and we just kind of chilled out. We talked a lot. We we got pizza the first night, and it was really, really good pizza, but it made my tummy all gurgly because of all the cheese. And I was telling Papa Bun's wife about it, and she was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh! It's Zuni and Liv! Hi, Zuni! Hi, Liv! Oh my gosh! Yes, hello! Hello, Raiders! Welcome! Oh! I'm gonna shout both of you out, because you both deserve it. I love you guys. Start with Zuni. I hope I'm spelling this right. Please spell it right. Yes! For all of my gamers, Liv and Zuni are both little critters. Liv Days is actually my 3D model artist. They are both critter connoisseurs, and if you like critter content, especially like more reasonable hours in the day, definitely check them both out. Zuni does a lot of cozy gaming. I know you all are fans of when I cozy game. Liv does art streams making 3D models, and they're awesome. Shout out for Liv Days now. You have to wait 58 seconds. I want to shout out now. Yeah, we're just hanging out. We're just chatting. I'm talking about my trip to the Arizona desert to see my Papa Bun, and how even though I expressly said that cheese and dairy makes my tummy upset, the day after we got pizza, we went to Culver's, and I got a big concrete with cheesecake and strawberries. And then I was feeling it halfway through, and Kalmana bullying me about it. Like, we were waiting to head out, and I was telling Kalmana, like, I gotta go to the bathroom so bad when we get home. I specifically was like, yeah, I have lactose intolerance. I should have brought my Lactaid that I have with dairy, and then I ran right into it anyway. Also, yes, I did fill in the form. Zuni invited me to fill out a form for a critter-based VTubing group. And I was like, I straight up was like, okay, listen, I'm super serial. I am super serious about my critter content. And if you can't match my energy, well then that's okay. I'll take my critter content elsewhere. But I hope it works out. I would love to I want to be in more groups where I can help other people shine, and I can help, like, other people can help me shine in a mutual glistening effort between critter content creators. Do I have any pictures? Oh, yes! Yes! Once again, another group is graced by the beautiful presence of one Demeter Lupin. I took 2 pictures in the desert. Because they were cool. This was the view from outside the room Kalmana and I were in. As you can see, it's nothing but dirt and sky and maybe a few plants. I was telling Papa Bun, like, something about there being plants in the desert makes going through the desert much funner. Because, like, I've been through non-planted desert before, and it's not as cool as a plant desert. I got a great long boomer joke about the Arizona desert, but I can't tell it. It's too long and too boomer. I also got this one with some of the rocks in it. There was mountains all over the place in Tucson, man. Like, where Kalmana and I and the Fox Den is, it's pretty, like, flat. But there was just, like, a ton of mountains over in Tucson. I have a desert joke, but it's pretty dry. Apparently, it's, like, pretty fun if you're, like, a ATV driver or a hiker or other kinds of, like, natural exploration-y types. I can say the same thing about Utah. I've been through Utah, and, like, outside of, like, some of the mountains being very cool, it's a little too dry, a little too nothing going on. Welcome to the greatest show unearthed. Blah, 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 blah. It's always cool to see the mountains, especially where you live, very flat. So I grew up in California, and there was mountains everywhere in California. And then I moved to Oklahoma, which, if you don't know, the state of Oklahoma is very, very flat. So it was really weird seeing no mountains for the first time in my life. And then once I left and I saw mountains again, I was like, oh, mountains again. I missed you so much. Onion Burger Town? Maybe. I was mostly just in like the Oklahoma City area. No, I'm thinking of like, oh, what's it called? Isn't there like a northeastern New England state that like actually does the steamed hams? It's not Albany. It was like in Delaware or something. I don't know why you said onion burger and I thought of steamed hams. Connecticut, thank you. I grew up in Michigan, but I have family who lived in the mountains of Kentucky. Cool. I have a very, very good friend that lives in Kentucky, and I've been meaning to see him my whole life. Because he has come out to see me too many times. I want to go see him. I stepped one toe in New Mexico a couple of years ago, and it blew my flat Louisiana acclimated mind away. Will or will not elaborate on my familiarity with New Mexico, but honestly, I've enjoyed every time I've been to New Mexico. There's a popcorn company that is based in New Mexico, and they made a green apple popcorn that I super liked. What bunny adventure are we doing? I was in the desert, and I escaped the desert. You may also notice that I have a part 1 on Big Bunny Adventure. Which, to elaborate on that, I am going to be going on another Big Bunny adventure, because Papa Bun and me, not Calmata this time, just me and Papa Bun, are going to California to see Sister Bun. I'm gonna meet Sister Bun and Niece Bun and Sister Bun's fiance. Yeah, I'm gonna be gone for 3 days away from my fops critter. I'll miss them. 3 days. Oh, Louisiana pals. Awesome. Almost literally one toe. I rode to the border, stopped at the Welcome Center, then turned around and did the same thing with Colorado. Did you do the Four Corners thing? Because I actually like got very, very close to Four Corners. I saw it out of the car window. I didn't go stand at the Four Corners, but I have been in the vicinity of the Four Corners. Which, again, for all of those unfamiliar, the Four Corners is a spot in the United States that's like 4 corners of 4 different states. And if you stand on top of the special seal, then you're in like 4 states at once. It's like Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Nevada, I think it is. Let me double check. 4 corners states. Colorado. Is it Colorado? Am I stupid? Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico. A child touches 4 states, 1965. Look at this child touching 4 states, 1965. That's me touching all 4 states, if I may say. Don't touch the child. As a trans person, I'm pretty sure I'd be shot on sight in Mormon country. Honestly, like, same. I'm glad that, like, all the times I've been through Utah, it has not been, like, stay in Utah. That could be you unfurled across 4 states. Honestly. Honestly. Speaking of going through states, so there was like a long drive to and from the Fox Den to Tucson to go stay with Papa Bun. When we were coming back from Tucson, Papa Bun got lost, and we kind of rode through an area nearby a state park, and it was a really curvy, windy road, and it was just like full of plants and cactus and hills and wiggles, and like half of my brain was like, this is so cool. This makes me think of Kamen Rider 1971 with all the shots of Mr. Kamen Rider riding through all the streets on his motorcycle. And then half of my brain was like, I'm getting so car sick so bad. I got super car sick. And Papa Bun's wife was so worried. She was like, do you need to switch places with me? Do you need anything? And I was like, no, I'm okay. I've gotten sick on a curvy Tennessee road before. I bet. I normally don't get super car sick, but like being in the back seat on the winding curving road kind of did me in a little bit. But then I had coffee, and I had a bagel sandwich. Mr. Kamen Rider, you mean Sega Sanshiro? Yes, I started watching Kamen Rider 71, and the whole time I'm like, look at baby Segata. Wow. My country has no states, but going to different states looks like the same when going to a different state. Yeah, I wonder about that sometimes with European countries. Like, the United States is so big. So, like, you can get a lot of different kinds of, like, temperatures and like natural climates all over the place. And like, not to say that like a lot of European countries are smaller, but they seem to be more the same climate wise consistently. I feel like even in like some states like California, you can drive like an hour or two and go from like the mountains to a desert to like the beach to like seas of orange fields. Going to eat some lurkey. Yes. Thank you, Zuni. Thank you, Liv. It's been so fun to see you again. I love you two so much. Zuni's only been to Texas and Florida, not including the state we reside in. Florida was fun. I've only been there once. But I came in from the Orlando airport and I saw Disney World through the trees. Oh, it was so fun. Kalmana used to live in Florida. Not me, but Kalmana did. And every time I hear them talk about it, they're just like, man, living in Florida sucked. Kalmana doesn't like bugs, and there's a lot of bugs in Florida. Which, like, I mean, I don't blame them. I don't mind the bugs as much. But, Kalmana just does not like bugs. And the humidity. Yeah. I feel like a lot of places just, you know, have bugs. Like, even Colorado, where you think it's like, you know, high elevations, pretty cold, wouldn't be the best at, like, handling a bug sitch. But, man, sometimes there would just be bugs. Where is my pet? Where is my pet? The people are demanding pets, and I do not see it. This would be so much easier if I named everything that I use. No, I'm looking for it. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I have a couple of ideas. Roseanne Barr. Definitely not Roseanne Barr. Oh! Yakuza and Digimon. Wait! Wait! Hold on. You're not Gur, are you? The Gur? The Yakuza lady? Oh! Yeah! No. Oh! Oh, this really scrungles my brain. It's not Boingo. To my knowledge, Boingo hasn't transitioned yet. Don't remind me of Boingo. Why would Boingo do? Bunny, did you enjoy the swamp potatoes? Yes! The swamp potatoes were delicious. Kalmata's mom, Fox Spirit mom, has this recipe that's just like big chunks of potato and green beans and bunny safe sausage, and I love it. I love the big chunks of potato and meat and veggies. I do give up. I'm sorry. There's like 3 different people that I could... Oh! Oh! Okay. Yeah, I was like, there's so many people this could be, and I don't want to say... Like, I don't know if they'd be cool with me guessing it. Honestly, like, one of my Metamors was like a strong contender. I was like, wait, does she even have a Twitch? It's funny because I was like, a lot of my non-streamer friends like Digimon and Yakuza. I do like Odessa, it's a very cool name. It's been a while! I'm so glad to see you again. Even though I totally forgot. I'm gonna stuff you in a slinky your size, find the tallest and steepest stairs, and then throw you down from the tip top. I go like womp 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 womp. Odessa's a character from the PS1 JRPG Suikoden. Cool. The Love Live stairs. There's a few Love Live stairs. Ah, that one scene from Ace Ventura When Nature Calls. Oh. There's two different Love Live stairs. There's Suikoden. Yes. There's the Muse stairs, which are like in front of the temple in Akihabara. And there's the Nijigasaki stairs that are at the shopping center in Odaiba next to the giant Gundam. Like, you ever see the giant Gundam from Odaiba? Like, every time people are like, I saw the giant Gundam at the shopping center in Odaiba, I'm like, you are next to the stairs. You are next to the Nijigasaki stairs. Like, every time I see pictures, I'm like, I want to be at the stairs. Odaiba Gundam. Life-sized unicorn Gundam statue. Where is it? I need a good picture to show you to prove a point. Ah! Yes! Check it out. So, if you go here, if you go to the Diver City at Tokyo Plaza, there's this giant unicorn Gundam statue. I think they have a Gundam store right here, but important thing, if you go right next to the Gundam, see these stairs? These are very important stairs to Love Live Nijigasaki, because the first time they ever performed live as a group, they performed on those stairs. It was like they did their first single and they had a fan meet and greet. And then when School Idol Festival All Stars ended, they had one more song called Kagayaki Don't Forget. And the backdrop for that song was these stairs. So every time people are taking pictures like this where it's like, whoa, look at the cool Gundam, I'm like, the stairs! It's the stairs! I love the stairs. What else about my adventures do I want to talk about? Very important thing that I totally forgot and I wanted to make a whole meal of. So, Papa Bun and I, we went to the airport because Papa Bun wanted to get a rental car. Because Papa Bun has a truck and it's only like a 2-seater truck. So when Kalmata and I drove to Tucson to hang out, I was in the back. I sat on a milk crate. Perfectly pleasant. And Papa Bun was like, let's get a rental car so you don't need to sit on a milk crate for 2 hours as we drive you back. So we went to the airport, and while Papa Bun was getting a rental car, I got pamphlets for things to do in Central Arizona, and some of them were so funny and fun. I wanted to take a look at them with you. Like, I got how many pamphlets do I have? I got a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Got 14 of them. All centered around getting you to come to Central Arizona. The first one I have is for the Tucson Botanical Gardens. Apparently they got a little train. They got a little model train at the Botanical Gardens called the Great Garden Express. It says the Great Garden Express model railway chugs through an Arizona landscape past national park landmarks. You can use coupon code TBGOASIS for $1 off admission. Oh, wait. It's Tucson Botanical Garden, so like TBG Oasis. Ah. You visit the one McDonald's in Arizona with the turquoise arches? I think that's New Mexico, if I remember correctly. I know what you're talking about though. I want to go there just to take pictures. I think it'd be fun. Turquoise McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. It is... Oh, it is in Arizona. It's in Sedona. Oh, Sedona's far. Sedona's very cool though. I've been there once before, and I had ice cream there, and they had cactus fruit ice cream. It was so yummy. Aside from the turquoise signage, this McDonald's is just like any other, full of guilty pleasure burgers, happy meals, and addictive fries. Oh my gosh. Guys, can I tell you something devastating? Something awful and terrible? So, Kalmana and I went to Walmart so I can get my medicine. And there's a McDonald's in the Walmart that we get snacks from. And I had some of the fries, and it was the second time consistently, second time in a row, where I was like, I don't think I like McDonald's fries anymore. I used to love McDonald's fries, and something just clicked where I'm just like, man, it's just not gelling with me anymore. It's crazy. Congrats on finally turning 20. Yeah, like, Kawana was like, I'm gonna get you a large meal so you can get the big size drink and the big size fries. And they know that I will eat the fries. And so they got a large fry too, and I was just not feeling it. Celebrating a Bun Bun birthday, No, not today. It is a Bun Day Sunday, though. So technically, any Sunday is a Bun Day, for sure. If you want my birthday, though, Easter was 2 weeks ago. No, Demeter Lupin birthday is in December. The Demeter Lupin has a Christmas Eve birthday. I remember, so funny fact, me, Sister Bun, and Brother Bun all have holiday birthdays. I'm Christmas Eve. Sister Bun is Thanksgiving every 4 years. And Brother Bun is New Year's. And I remember Mama Bun saying one time that she was really thankful that we all had holiday birthdays, because she was bad with dates, and it made remembering our birthdays very easy. Oh. I was gonna be like, I should drink some water. I totally forgot to do this at the start of the stream. Check it out. Sparkling water time. Yippee! I did forget my drink. That's so nice, though. I like having a nice sparkling water with stream. What pamphlet should I read next? I may have gotten a little overboard with all of the pamphlets. Oh! This one might be kind of lame, but I thought it was really cool. It's the Tombstone Epitaph. It's a world famous Old West paper. It's in Tombstone, Arizona, which, if that sounds familiar, that's where the OK Corral is. You found Val Kilmer's grave? Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. So, Tombstone nowadays is kind of like, actually, hold on. I think I actually do have a pamphlet that's more Tombstone-y. Yes. Tombstone, Arizona. Gunfight at the OK Corral. Famous gunfight site. Gunfights daily. See Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. They got, like, historical impersonators, and they do daily gunfights. Watch Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday in daily reenactments of the famous gunfight at the OK Corral. Stand where the West's legendary gun battle began. Visit Doc Holliday's room. They also have a historama, which is like a diorama, but of history. Witness the dramatic events that made Tombstone famous. The Silver Boom, the Great Fire, the OK Corral gunfight. Actor Vincent Price tells Tombstone's story from Geronimo Apaches to modern times. Show every hour. The movie Tombstone? Yes. I watched it with the Lex Temporis. and The Neon Noble. And I'm gonna be kind of honest. It was just okay. I'll admit I'm not like super familiar with a lot of westerns. Like I've seen both versions of True Grit. I've seen like a couple of other John Waynes. I've seen a few other like modern westerns. So like Tombstone was just kind of like it was like a solid 7 out of 10 movie. I don't know if it counts, but if I had to choose, like, my favorite western would be The Big Lebowski. Like, I don't think it counts, but if it did, that would be my favorite western. Oh, this more bombastic, in-your-face pamphlet about Tombstone talks about the Tombstone Epitaph. Visit the Old West's most famous newspaper. Read the epitaph's reports on the OK gunfight. See the 1881 epitaph being printed. Cool. And back to the epitaph pamphlet. It says, read the original 1881 epitaph reports of the gunfight at the OK Corral. Tour the epitaph's historic newsroom and print shop. Discover how the epitaph was printed in the 1880s. See, that would be so cool to just like go to like an old newspaper printer and be like, see how the newspaper was made back in ye olden days, you know? Read original 1880s news. Tombstone burns, Virgil Earp is shot, Geronimo surrenders. On display, the life of John P. Clum. The epitaph's extraordinary founder was Tombstone's first elected mayor and postmaster, and good friend of Wyatt Earp. Also, it has a thing on the bottom that says that you could subscribe to the Tombstone Epitaph, and you get a free copy of the original 1881 reports. If you send $25 to get 12 issues, if I had $12, if I had $25, I would do that because that'd be so cool. DeLorean found in cave, train derails off unfinished bridge. I also got one for Arizona's fastest zip line. ZipArizona.com. Arizona Zipline Adventures plus Pepper Sauce Kitchen. Ride 5 zip lines, 400 to 1500 feet long. Reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour. I can explore the Arizona desert. Duration 1.5 to 2 hours. Weight limit 50 to 250 pounds. Reservation required. I want to learn about the Pepper Sauce Kitchen. Home of the best darn burger. Wait, hold on. If I go to Zip Arizona, will it tell me about Pepper Sauce Kitchen? ZipArizona.com. Adventures, shop. Visit the Arizona Zipline General Store to get your hands on quirky desert-themed items, local goods, and AZ Zipline gear. Yes, please, I would love to learn more. Gift cards, dine. Yes! Tell me about the Yes! The best darn burgers. Come enjoy the best darn burger around. You build the burger of your choosing. Options include grilled onions, bacon, hatch green chile, homemade sauces, and much more. Or you can opt for the more daring option with our Adventure Burger. Adventure Burger is a burger built with a chef's choice of toppings. Oh, so they'll like make the burger for you and just not tell you. Wait a minute? Arizona burgers. Yes. Yes, Arizona burgers. It's a great surprise to see you. To see your interesting combinations they put together for you. Yeah. Here. I will send this in chat. Yeah. So, this is what I'm reading right now. It's next to Arizona Zipline Adventures. It's called the Pepper Sauce Kitchen. And they got the best darn burger around. Apparently, also have pulled pork sandwich for April. Oh, actually, that's not too far from Tucson. Actually, not too far from Phoenix either. That's cool. That's like weirdly convenient. Kind of far from where I am, but like weirdly convenient. I was looking up reviews and it looks like they might indeed be the best darn burgers. Ooh. Putting their mouth where their money is. Awesome. In addition to burgers, we also have hand-battered chicken strips, vegan burgers, and a rotating special. Ooh. That's good for me. Because, like, Bunny can't eat burgers. So if I can't have the best darn burger, I can have a vegan burger. I also want to see the shop. Oh, they got stickers. Oh my gosh. See the sticker that says darn tootin'? I want that. I want to put that on my computer. I like to collect like fun stickers, and my Beagle computer tower is just covered in them. Oh, it's a pet game for Cracker Barrel. Neato pet game. I'm so bad at the peg game, you guys. I had a veggie burger just today. It was fire. Yo, was it a soy or was it a bean? I hear so many conflicting things about veggie burgers. Like, some people are really into them and some people aren't. And I think like there's kind of like a disparaging between people that have tried like soy patties, people that have tried like bean patties, or like the mysterious third thing that I'm sure exists. Soy, I think. I see. It's kind of a toss-up when you go to different places, because weirdly enough, I feel like a lot of more like privatized companies, like restaurants, will carry soy, but places that are more public, like zoos, will carry bean. Don't ask me why that is. I just feel like that's like an anecdotal correlation. I like both, personally. I do like me a good Impossible Whopper though. Like, I will go up to bat for Burger King purely on the ground that I can get Impossible Whopper, because like those are pretty good. Carl's Jr.'s / Hardee's used to have not Impossible, what are they called? They used to have another like soy-based burger, but they don't do them anymore. I don't tend to get veggie burgers because they're usually a bit more expensive. Yes, absolutely. But it's my Hazu Bando's birthday. He's a vegetarian. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if you get like some good stuff for your soy burgers, it's worth it. I feel like I've mentioned this to Kalmata before, but I grew up on soy hot dogs, and having tried both chicken franks and turkey franks since then, I still think that soy dogs are the best way to eat hot dogs by far. Like, again, they are like way more expensive, but like it's worth it. It's worth it, absolutely. Burger King used to have an onion ring barbecue sauce burger that I really liked. I haven't had it in years though. Yeah! Oh my gosh. There's something about restaurants making the most delicious burgers ever and then being like, nah, we're not gonna carry it anymore. So I'm not really the biggest fan of Wendy's. Like, if we go to Wendy's, I'll usually get just their apple salad. Taco Bell changing their menu every damn month. Honestly. Dude, I didn't even get to have the Baja Blast pie. I feel so sad. I missed it. They also, like, I never got to try the naked chicken chalupa. I would have rocked with that. But, Wendy's used to have a burger that was like mushroom and Munster with like a grilled chicken patty and like crispy grilled onions. That was so good. I loved that sandwich, and they don't make it anymore. Also, there used to be so many restaurants doing like, hey, here's like a whole meal, a whole smackarin of a meal for $5. And they don't do that anymore either. Oh, I love onions. Whenever we have burger nights here at the Fox Den, if they ever have like onions prepped to put on your burgie, I love topping mine with burgie and onion. I'm also like one of the only ones that loves to have like a lot of lettuce. I like a lot of crispy greens, but I mean that's to be expected because, you know, just take a look at me. Do I look like the kind of person that eat lettuce? Yes. Also, hi Neon. Onions have layers. Taco Bell gives you free Baja Blast Freeze for your birthday month. I went for the first time forever today, but the machine was broken. No. What the? Oh. That's so sad. Oh my gosh. It blow them up. Explode them with your mind. That reminds me of when so we were having trouble with our insurance, Kalmana and I. So I was off my meds for a little bit, which meant that I wasn't going to Walmart to pick up said meds, which means I wasn't going to McDonald's to get snackies to pick up along with said meds at the Walmart. And when I finally got back on insurance and I got my pharmacy stuff in, I went and I was like, I want to get an apple pie. And like the apple pies, like that was broken. And I was like, how do you not have the apple pies? That's like even sadder than the McDonald's ice cream machine being broken. It's like, you kind of expect those to be broken every now and again. But like the pies, how's that happen? Four Corners Monument. Where is Four Corners Monument? I still have the Wikipedia tab for it open. Cortez, Colorado. I got a coupon card I can use all year for my local Taco Bell. I can use to get a free slushy or freeze whenever with a meal purchase. Every time I try to cash it in, nobody behind the counter wants to accept it. Not because the machine is broken, because they straight up don't want to. What do you mean they don't want to? Like, they don't want to prepare your slush? Or they don't want to take your coupon? That's weird. What, do they hate you? Do they hate your hole at the Taco Bell? Why are they all conspiracizing against you? Like, if you were to ask what restaurant chain I could see being the most, like, likely to just conspiracize against people for no reason, I probably would say Taco Bell, but that's also so fucked up. That's the good thing about mobile app ordering. No one to arbitrarily turn down your coupons. Yeah. Because it's midnight when I get the munchies and want to order, and these broke ass college kids are just like, nah, don't feel like it. Weird. You should snitch. You should snitch on him. You should be like, I will get the survey. Well, I guess the survey wouldn't really do much, but you could, like, call the manager and be like, hey, I try to keep using this coupon because I really want the freeze, and like they're just refusing to get my freeze. You should make it yourself. Fuck them. It's midnight at Taco Bell. Who cares? Mobile app ordering makes ordering Subway bearable. Yeah. So, like, for different reasons, Kalmata and I are both the type of person to make a lot of changes to food when we get fast food. For me, it's like, hey, instead of like a beef patty, can you make this chicken, or can I have this without bacon? And Kalmata is like, every time we get something like sandwich or burger, Jason, it's just like bread, patty, bread, no sauce, no veggies, plain as can be. And like the thing about it is like I hate asking people like through drive-throughs or over the counter, or even worse yet, like I don't like telling Fox Spirit Dad that like, hey, I want this highly customized order for him to do the order through a drive-through or over the counter. But like I can go to a Taco Bell and go to like those like kiosks, those like electronic kiosks, and be like, yes, I want this with chicken instead of beef, I want this with this and this and this, and I want this drink, lots of ice. And like I feel like Taco Bell is weirdly enough like the best place to do really customized orders. Like you think it would be like a sandwich place or something, but no, I like Taco Bell, and weirdly enough like McDonald's, if you go to the kiosk, any places that have those like kiosks, I feel like do the best customizable orders. My modified fast food order is adding extra everything. Yeah. Sandwich places are the places to do it, huh? Like, it's one thing to be like, go to a fast food place and be like, I want double patty, double tomato. But like, you go to a sandwich place and it's like lettuce and the meat and the veggies, double the bread, get a free loaf. Getting everything at Taco Bell grilled for free. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know I come from a place where it's very customary to tell each other to straight up fuck off, but we don't want to deal with each other. Honestly, like, it's kind of funny because like I kind of expect that behavior out of like New York, but it's very funny to hear like Ohio is like that too. I wouldn't have thought of that before you like explaining it. Literally the epitome of fuck you, Baltimore. If I get sniffly, I apologize. I've been like, so weirdly enough, like ever since I got back from the desert, I've been kind of weirdly like sniffly and sneezy. I don't think I'm sick, but I think it's just like the change in temperature. Because weirdly enough, it's hotter here in the not desert than it is in the desert. Kamada was like, yeah, there's like more urbanization and more like roads, which makes places hotter. And that's what Papa Bun was like too. So I'm inclined to believe them both. And I do get kind of like sniffly at like temperature change. So if I go like during the stream, I'm sorry for my bunny twitchy nose sounds. Looking at my pamphlets again. You can go see the Coit Museum of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. It's in Tucson, Arizona. Free admission. Doesn't really say what it is besides where the past and present meet the future. Health Sciences Parking Garage. College of Medicine. Visitor pay parking. So it looks like it's like a museum of health and science at like one of the colleges. That's interesting. They don't have like a website or anything. If I Google it, will it tell me? Hoyt Museum. Welcome to the Coit Museum. Coit Museum of Pharmacy and Health Sciences is home to one of the world's leading pharmacy collections. Whoa! Whoa, hold on. Check this out. Check this out. They got like a display room of like bottles and vials and like stuff you would keep your medicine in. That's cool, actually. Ooh. I like these little bottles. Tablet press. Ooh, so like one of the things that would be like you would like put your medicine powder and make it into like a little pill. This I'm kind of lame like this, but like I love going to museums and like being like, ooh, old thing. Oh, candy! You could get candy. I like rock candy. I don't think I've ever finished a rock candy, to be honest, but like I like the texture and I like the taste. University of Arizona R. Ken Coit College of Pharmacy. Collections. Artifact Gallery. The Disneyland Upjohn. What's Upjohn? Pharmacy Collection. Artifact Gallery. Oh, so they just like have like collections of like old-timey medicine bottles too. Mercury bichloride. Antiseptic tablets. Capsium. The pharmacy collection. The most prestigious of the museum's holdings. The Upjohn Pharmacy Collection comes from Disneyland. Located on Main Street, USA from 1955, when the park opened, until 1970. Oh! Oh! I know what this is. Yeah, that's the, like, the front. So, okay, theme park history time. When Disneyland Park first opened in 1955, Main Street was less Disney circle jerk and more kind of like, well, it was less Disney circle jerk, let's say, but it also had shops that were meant to be like normal ass, plain ass shops that you can go to get like normal things. There was the Wizard of Bras, which was just like a dedicated bra store. There was a barber shop, and there was this one. This is like Hill Valley's Courthouse Square. They had this where you can actually get like real ass medicine. I do like Upjohn. It sounds like an up dog. Going to the Disney barbershop, but they make my hair look like the Mickey Mouse ears. You will become Mouse. You will become Mouse. Back in the day, Disney had weird certificates for a lot of different things. Oh, there was a smoke shop, by the way, which was kind of funny, because like so if you did not know, Mr. Walter Disney was like a heavy smoker. And even though that was like one of his big things, Disneyland has and is pretty much relatively smoke free, except back in the day, there was the Main Street Smoke Shop, where, you know, you can get like nice cigars, nice tobacco, and they had a lot more designated smoking areas. The same used to be the same for alcohol. Like, it was only until like the 2010s that like they started serving alcohol inside of the Disney parks. Florida was the first one to do it, and then they introduced it to California. Considering like the way people have acted at Disney since then, I feel like they should take away their alcohol privileges, to be honest. Maybe it's just because like more people are on their phones at the parks now. I don't know. I feel like there has to be a relation between them introducing alcohol to the parks and people being very weird and very indignant at the parks. But that's just my opinion, man. That's just my hot take. What I got? Live the diamond life. Oh! I don't know if y'all knew this about Arizona or some of the other desert places. Probably definitely Nevada though. But there's a lot of casinos out where the desert is. Like, not even traveling a few hours between the Fox Spirit Den and Papa Bun's place in the desert. But like, we saw like two big, really big casinos. Yeah. Well, kinda like Las Vegas. Like, I feel like when you think of Las Vegas casinos, you think of like the wow, pizzazz, like all the theming and all the special buildings and that kind of thing. Indian casinos are a little different. They're a little more like to the point. Like, they have a building and a resort and like their nice casino. There's a lot of casinos that are like in between though. Like, they'll be big and fancy and have like big fancy hotels, but they're not like Vegas level of like wow, pizzazz, or like super themed. There was a casino right outside Papa Bun's area that was like one of the sneaky things about it is like they had a gas station and they offered really cheap gas. Like, hey, come get our cheap gas, and if you saved a few bucks, you can come gamble too if you wanted. But I got one for the Desert Diamond Casino. Wait, is this multiple locations? Is there literally a place called Y in Arizona? Y, Arizona? Y is an unincorporated rural community in Pima County. That's wacky. Why, senior citizens? Why? You can also go to the Y pyramid. Like, hold on. You look at this kind of thing with like this kind of camera quality, and it's like, can you kind of see where I started thinking about Kamen Rider on my way through this area? Like, it's kind of like got the vibe, don't it? Or I guess like old Kamen Rider specifically. I feel like new Kamen Riders got that like more urban edge. Speaking as someone who's like not the hugest or most familiar with Kamen Rider yet, but like old Kamen Riders got this kind of like we shot out in the middle of nowhere look to it. I've never watched Kamen Rider, but this looks like a Kamen Rider film set. Yeah, like it's got Kamen Rider vibes if you're very not familiar with Kamen Rider. 5 amazing benefits of moving to Arizona. Welcome to the Why Not Travel Store. Thing about Arizona, there's just cacti everywhere. It's all over the place. Why not? I visited why Arizona and why not North Carolina? Something about fields of power lines reminds me of it. Funny. This is a funny place to name your town. But anyway, there's apparently a casino in Y. You could be our next jackpot winner. Jackbox winner? Jackpot winner. I kind of like let my brain fill in the blank there. I love Jackbox. Hospitality. We invite you to stay at our hotel, where you'll find soothing atmosphere, spacious guest rooms, and all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay. Something about casinos is that they have really, really good restaurants. I know Kalmata has a story about like going to a casino restaurant and eating some really, really good meat. And I think the last time I had like a really nice buffet was also at a casino. That had a lot less info on it than I thought it would. They don't actually have any of those bunny girls in the casinos, do they? Not out here, maybe Vegas. But that's a strong maybe. You can get free alcohol. That's one of the big things about casinos. Is like they'll be like, yeah, you can have free drinks as long as you're playing. So if you want to get super sloshed and waste all your money, you can do that. Actually, I wonder. Speaking of casinos, real quick. What was it called? Las Vegas. Cosmopolitan? The Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas Luxury Hotel. Can I get like a picture of like the inside of this resort slash hotel. So it is so cool looking in the Cosmopolitan. I've been itching to go to the big casino near me. Been since before COVID since I've been. Cool. If you go, let us know. Let me see. Yes! Yeah! So, on occasion, the Bunny family would go on vacations to Vegas because Mama Bun had a rewards account with not one of the strip casinos, but one of the ones kind of like off to the side of the big areas in Vegas. And sometimes we would just like walk around the strip for fun. And the Cosmopolitan was one of the ones I really, really like to go see because it's so pretty inside. As a non-alcohol drinker, I envy how cool cocktail names are. What do you mean you got Cosmopolitan and I'm here with orange juice? I mean, there's a few non-alcoholic beverages that have cool names. You got like a Shirley Temple. You got an Arnold Palmer. Those are the only two I can think of. But like both of those are really, really good. Look at this. Look at this. Wait, that's the link. I need the picture. The only two. This is what the Cosmopolitan Hotel and Casino looks like on the inside. They just got like this like glowy, fancy, like crystally stuff going on. I remember like we walked through it one time and I still think about it. I was like, ooh, ah, shiny, shiny. Screwdrivers are pretty good. Yeah. Although I've only had alcoholic screwdrivers. I had one made with whipped cream vodka. That was pretty good. It just tasted like orange creamsicle. My one college friend asked me what exactly a genuine Vegas casino experience would be like. And to answer this question, I showed him a screening of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I mean, from a certain perspective, that would be accurate. Ooh, look at that. I think if anything, like, the most Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas kind of thing I've ever experienced was being, like, moderately drunk at a restaurant that had, like, one of those big aquariums in the middle of it. Like, I was at a zoo that had an aquarium, like, attached to it. And it had a restaurant attached to the aquarium. And I got, like a solid 8 out of 10 sloshed at this restaurant. And, like, I was feeling some Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Not gonna lie. Was your hotel room trashed immediately after? Thankfully, no. Ooh. Look at that. That's crazy. That's beautiful. Beautiful. As someone who's like an architecture enjoyer and like an interior design enjoyer, like I got a soft spot for like Vegas Strip stuff. Because sometimes it just looks cool. Sometimes it just looks cool and you gotta respect it for that. I'm curious. "38 easy and delicious mocktails to try at home." I mean, these are delicious looking, but they don't have like the cute names. Common non-alcoholic cocktails. Beer, cheese, mac and cheese? What do you mean? Hello? Trying to look up beverages and you're giving me beer, cheese, mac and cheese? What are you doing, BettyCrocker.com? "51 non-alcoholic cocktails you can make in minutes." Ooh, this one's cool. This one's called a Cinderella. It's got orange juice, pineapple juice, lemon juice, ginger ale, grenadine, ice cubes, mint leaves, and orange. Nice refreshing glass of mac and cheese. Cranberry punch. Pretty good. Oh, brother, drinks. Thankfully, these ones are non-alcoholic. I just had brunch. Let me whet your appetite further. Oh, brother, this guy drinks. Lemon squash. You can't look at it. It's got... This just sounds like fancy lemonade. And like North American lemonade, where it's like lemon, sugar, water. But like with soda water and simple syrup. Orange Julius. Orange juice, vanilla, sugar, water, ice, and milk. Panera lemonade. I would try the Panera lemonade, to be honest. This is just like lemonade with caffeine in it. Which, like, I love lemonade and I love caffeine. So that's a win-win for me. Ooh, the San Francisco. What do you mean the vanilla vodka? This is supposed to be non-alcoholic, you dipples? You dinglings? Oh yes, my classic Shirley Temple. Near lethal amount of caffeine. Oh, I just thought it was like caffeine, like a normal amount, like how you would have in like a soda or something. I didn't know it was like lethal amounts of caffeine. See, I knew about people dying, but I thought it was like they undisclosed 400 milligrams per serving. List of caffeine content in drinks. Let's compare. Let's dare to compare. More Than a Bang or Four Loko. Whoa. It was like 5 to 6 Red Bulls all at once. Guys. Okay. So, when Kalman and I went to go to Papa Buns, it wasn't the first time I hung out with Papa Bun recently. The first time I saw the man in like years and years and years, since I was a baby bun, was a couple of weeks ago, like a couple of weeks before our trip, and we went and had breakfast together, and we were just talking and catching up and hanging out. And Papa Bun used to be a heavy drinker but isn't anymore. He's been sober for a very long time. And I was telling him, like, hell yeah, that's awesome, good on ya. And he was like, yeah. And he was saying how, like, he's mostly a caffeine guy now, and how he really likes his Red Bulls, and like the man could just pound down a Red Bull, holy crap. But he was telling me that he'll have like 1 or 2 a day, and I was like, I don't know, that's kind of a lot for an energy drink. And then he was like, yeah, it used to be worse. I used to have 6 a day. And I'm like, you are drinking 6 Red Bulls a day? What? I was like, thank goodness you don't do that anymore. But no, if like that, if the Panera lemonade has like 6 Red Bulls worth of caffeine in it, like it is made exclusively for Papa Bun and no one else. Man was trying to get wings for real. How much does the man smoke? Kind of a lot, actually. He smokes a bit. I don't know, like, the regular average threshold for it. You have quite the experiences. Yeah. I like to have a lot of experiences so I can lead a rich and fulfilling bunny life. Mid-60s? Little younger than that, but just a little bit. His birthday is gonna be next Sunday, actually. I think he's turning 50 something. The 60s are pretty mid. I had a mixology hyperfixation phase at one point. It was really awkward because why would God bestow this interest upon me of all people? See, it's kind of funny, because sometimes like you have no use for a hobby, but you like it anyway. I also had like a fashion phase at one point. Like I had a stint when I was a teen bunny where I was really into like fashion and designing clothes, and nothing ever came out of it. But I was also just like really into it for like a year. When I did my 12-hour Xbox 360 marathon a month and a half ago, I made the idiotic mistake of drinking 4 bottles of balls, with 4 more on reserve to get me through the entire night. Does balls also have a lot of caffeine? I'm looking at like regular caffeine amounts. Sometimes more than standard Red Bull. I see. Oh, okay. So I got a general like guide. Coffee will usually have like 50 to 250 of caffeine, and drinks have like 0.1 to 87. Cola has 12 to 76. Cola and soda are different on this list. Looking at more of these. non-alcoholic drinks. Mojito mocktail. Mint, lime, sugar, club soda. See, I feel like if you're looking at a non-alcoholic beverage, you get a lot of that like club soda and sparkling water going on. Oh, and ginger beer. Ginger beers are really, really good, actually. I feel like if ginger beer was more accessible, then like a lot of people would be happier being non-alcoholic. TBH. What else do I have in my little pile of pamphlets? There was a lot of like ranching pamphlets. A lot of ranching pamphlets. I wish I took pictures to like show you all as a guide. Cause this one for the Dude Ranchers Association is like so classy looking. Contact our Dude Ranch experts to start your Wild West adventure. Normally these pamphlets have been like one thing front side back side, but this one's like folded 3 ways. Over 90 ranches in the western US and Canada. You got activities, lodging, and dining. Dive into the wild world of the DRA Dude Ranches. From horseback escapades and nature hikes to thrilling whitewater rafting and serene fly fishing. These spots have it all. With activities for every age and taste, from golf to kids fun and evening shows. Golf seems a little silly to me to have at a dude ranch. Like, it's like, experience the Wild West and also take part in the most pretentious sport imaginable. Saddle up for Wild West adventure. All member ranches of the Dude Ranchers Association are committed to making sure that you have the most western vacation of a lifetime. The Wild West of Canadian golf. Rango had cowboys and golf. You are so correct. You are so right about that. I feel like a dumbass now. It was there the whole time and I forgot it. From the moment you arrive on the ranch, you will experience a warm welcome, true Western hospitality, spectacular scenery, fresh mountain air, outstanding horse programs, great food, and relaxing accommodations. Lodging. Experience a tranquil ranch retreat with various accommodation options surrounded by nature. Enjoy waking up to birdsong and scenic views, engaging in outdoor activities like horseback riding and hiking, and savoring dining. End the day by a bonfire under the stars, creating lasting memories. Disconnect from daily life and reconnect with nature in a serene, rustic oasis. What part of Canada is this? That's a good question. I can go to duderanch.org and find out. Just duderanch.org. They are capitalizing on it. Always stay up to date on the latest from the Dude Ranchers Association. Canadian Ram Ranch. 15 guys. Request a brochure. I have the brochure. I have it with me right here. Plan your visit. Choosing the best ranch. Dude Ranch locations. Dude Ranch activities. Dude Ranch deals. What kind of deals can I get out of the Dude Ranch? Arizona discounts. 18 naked hoses in the hockey rinks of Ram Ranch. Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, Wyoming. And here for the Dude Ranch locations. States and provinces. They got BC. You are getting BC and you are going to like it. I'm kind of surprised they don't have any in Alberta. Because Alberta is like the Texas of Canada. But I guess like BC also has like the mountains. And like Alberta's pretty flat. I mean like Wyoming's pretty flat too, I guess. You can go to Idaho and live the Western lifestyle. What kind of Arizona ones do they have? Arizona in one picture. Just like blue sky, brown mountains, green cactus. White Stallion Ranch, Circle Z. Oh, the Tucson one's right here. Cool. Wasabi, Alpine, Yucca, Tucson, another Tucson one. Tombstone. You could go to like the Tombstone one and live a Western vacation. Cool. What are the Californian ones? I'm curious. California Dude Ranches. Parkfield, Bridgeport. One in Solving? That's funky. I can kind of see it, but it is kind of funky. For those of you who don't know, Solving, California is like a authentic Danish town in California, in like Central California. Like you go through some mountains and you get to Solvang and it's just like the flag of Denmark all over the place. You can get like delicious food and you can do a lot of shopping. Solving is fun. I like Solving a lot. I saw a thing on the brochure that said dining. Can I look at the food? About us. Why choose a Dude Ranch Association ranch? What to pack? Travel insurance. Choosing the best ranch. Well, tell me what kind of food there is. What time of year are you wanting to visit a Dude Ranch? Typically, the ranches of the northern states in Canada are busiest in the summer months. The southern ranches offer warm weather riding in the fall, winter, and spring. Makes sense, makes sense. What activities are most important to the group you're traveling with? Different activities. If you're looking to host a special event like a wedding or family reunion, Dude Ranches are a great location. Many ranches offer adult-only weeks. Ooh. Luxury Dude Ranch. Ranch size. Oh, they don't talk about the food though. Dude Ranch activities. Horseback riding, gold panning. I would be a gold panner, to be honest. Like, sometimes, like, gift shops will be like, pan your own gold, get your little false gold nugget. And I'm like, I'm all over that. I love that. Dancing. Swing dancing, square dancing, or line dancing. Natural water swimming. Children's programs. By counselors and kid wranglers. ATV and UTV. Babysitting, my favorite activity. Mountain biking, bird watching, cow work, fishing, golf, hiking, archery. Yeah. River rafting, rock climbing, water sports, winter snow activities. They include cross-country skiing, snow tubing and sledding, snowshoeing, sleigh rides, and snowmobiling. yoga. Papa Bun's really good at yoga, apparently. I haven't seen him do it, but I think next time he does his yoga, I'm gonna ask him to teach me the hottest poses. Man, Papa Bun is like super thin and like super flexible. I want to learn his ways. I'm like the exact opposite. I'm just like a ball. I'm a round bunny ball. Fine, I'll read about the dining from the pamphlet. Experience culinary delights at a Dude Ranch with meals by campfires, pools, and dining halls. Enjoy cowboy classics and gourmet dishes, catering to different diets, fostering camaraderie, relaxation, storytelling. So they don't tell you what kind of meals are at the Dude Ranches. They're just like, it's cowboy food. Cowboy food to me is like beans and cornbread. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it. I like me some beans and cornbread. I got a couple of like non-Dude Ranch pamphlets. Would Papa Bun get blown away by a small gust of wind? I could see it, to be honest. Like, Papa Bun is skin and bones, and he is also very small. Sister Bun, Papa Bun, and me are all very tiny. So, like, I can see Papa Bun getting taken out by, like, a big blustery wind. I think Sister Bun would be okay, but like less from like the physique and more like something about Sister Bun. Like, she has such a strong will that I could see her being like the big gust of wind gets to her and she just like squares up and like is solid as a rock through it. Like, how do I describe this? Sister Bun gives me the vibe that if she was a Love Live character, she would 100% be an orange. That's kind of like how strong-willed Sister Bun is. She's like absolutely an orange. Now, like, Brother Bun and Mama Bun were like the big bunnies of the family. Brother Bun, last I saw him, was like ginormous. And like, you know that like meme of the small bun getting a big bun girlfriend? That's Papa Bun and Mama Bun. Ooh, interesting. So I have a white stallion ranch here. And along with like horseback riding and cow work, they also have e-biking, jeep tours, evening entertainment, axe throwing. Originally homesteaded in 1936, the 3,000-acre White Stallion Ranch is all-inclusive dude ranch that mixes Western adventure with luxurious modern creature comforts. Every time I think about Orange, I also just think about Yukino. Bro thinks he's a part of the team. Like, I feel like with all of the 2D idols, it's pretty consistent color-wise. Like, they just have like a vibe to them. And like, School Idol Musical throws all of that into the toilet. Like, not in a malicious way, of course. It just kind of feels like they did their own thing. And I guess that kind of makes sense because, like, School Idol Musical takes place super early before all of the idol stuff happens. Oh my god, it's Kuma. It's Kuma! It's Kuma! Hi, Kuma! I'm so happy to see you! Yay! I'm talking about dude ranches. Kuma not on alt anymore, which means he gets all of his cool emotes. Yay. I went to the desert with Kalmata, and I brought back many pamphlets on things to do in central to southern Arizona. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm reading one, and under activities, they have team penning. I don't know what team penning is. Like catching critters in a pen? Maybe. Penning activity. Panning? No, penning. Download the best free penning stock photos. I guess we'll never know. You can attend the ranch's weekly rodeo. You can also choose to relax with a cool drink by the bar or by the pool, or attending our unique and varied evening entertainment. The team pegging. Travel and tourism really missing out. I need to play Peggle. I think before I go to California on this weekend, I want to do a stream of Peggle. I promised Reiko I would. And I've been kind of like weirdly antsy to play a video game, but I don't know what video game to play. And I've been looking at Peggle and Peggle 2. Like, oh, I could be playing Peggle and Peggle 2. We love Kuma chatting in the stream. It's so good. It's so good. There's also Rancho de la Osa, a true guest ranch. Arizona's most historic ranch. Ride trails frequented by US presidents, movie stars, and other dignitaries. 4 Native American ruins, the US-Mexico border, or the neighboring 120 acres of National Wildlife Refuge. See, I would love to do something like that where like you can kind of like look at old historic buildings. Kind of like a cerebral, you know, instead of like sporty. It's the oldest continually occupied building in the state of Arizona. You know, these ranches keep saying they got great food, but they won't elaborate on the food. And I'm like, why don't you tell me? I want to know about the food at the Dude Ranch. Ooh. Apparently they have rooms at their lodging that were occupied by US presidents. Each historical guest room is entirely unique in layout and design, with fireplaces or wood-burning stoves. Rooms range from deluxe, queen or 2 to 3 twin beds, to premium, a king bed, to suites, king or queen bed, plus 2 twin beds in separate room. I'm kind of curious about this one, actually. I want to see Rancho de la Osa, Arizona Dude Ranch. Adventures. We got horseback riding, guided off-road tours, sport shooting and archery, hiking, birding. You can see a bird. Relaxation. Look at this cool blue building. I want to hear about the relaxing. Look at how colorful this is. Oh, I am so into it. I'm very into it. Ooh. They got like cricket. They got desert cricket. Oh, I want to go into that pool. Campfire. Have delicious meals. Oh, they got a cute little bar. That's fun. They said one of their buildings had like one of the oldest buildings in the US. Hiking. Horsey bar stools. Oh, did I miss the horsey bar stools? I want to see them. Oh, they are! They got saddles on them! I didn't even notice! Oh, I love that! You kidding me? Stay. Specials and groups and dining! Oh, they're actually talking about the food! Yes! Ooh, you get a nice little, like, taco? With the whites and like those colored corn chips. I'll call meat. Shrimp skewer. Ooh. Got some fruit. Got some meat and rice. Like, I know people aren't coming to dude ranches to like have a premium dining experience, but like it does help to know about what kind of foods they're offering, you know? Like, is it authentic? Is it nice? Is it full of delicious veggies? Sweet potato fries. Yummy. What else can you do? Groups and gatherings, specials and retreats. Wait, rate packages? How much does these normally cost? I'm curious. Dude Ranch package, bed and breakfast package. Asparagus, my beloved. I like asparagus a lot. Lodging, all meals, horseback riding, ranch activities, use of ranch amenities. Children 4 years and younger stay free. Ooh. 15% ranch fee. 30% deposit of total lodging. Tucson International Airport. Please call us for current pricing. Something tells me if like you pay an upfront deposit, it's probably gonna be a lot. Which I mean makes sense. Like I don't expect like going to a nice ranch and like riding horses to be cheap. But if it's like, we won't tell you the price on our website, you have to go look it up. It's like, oh, this is probably a lot. I like asparagus when they're grilled after being boiled. Yum. I don't remember how Mama Bun used to do it, but like the best asparagus I've ever had was like when Mama Bun would make it. Same thing with like Brussels sprouts. Mama Bun used to boil Brussels sprouts in apple juice, so they got kind of sweet and appley. Those were really, really good. I haven't made them myself since, but I've always been meaning to. Hang out in Benson? What's this? Conveniently located on the I-10, SR-80, and SR-90, Benson has a variety of restaurants, motels, RV parks, a golf course, and unique shopping. Benson is close to Kartchner Caverns, Tombstone, Brisbee, and many other natural historical attractions. Stop in at our train depot. Ask for your free hangout magnet. Benson's like, hey, please come to Benson. We'll give you a free souvenir. They got murals. They got an Amtrak. They got a historical museum. They got a anthropological and archaeological museum. And they got a movie set tour. Who cares about this movie set tour? Grab your cowboy hat and boots and mosey on over to the world-famous Mescal movie set. The 1880s cinematic town was home to movies Tombstone, The Quick and the Dead, and 80 plus other classic westerns. Notable actors such as Clint Eastwood, Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Sharon Stone have walked its dusty streets. Cool. Yeah, movie tours are so awesome. Like, it's cool to find out how behind the scenes stuff works. Even if it's just like looking around an old set, it's like you can feel the work and the effort that goes into it. There's a whole map of the town in this brochure. Yeah, I've been loving hearing your movie journeys, Kuma. I like hearing people's movie opinions. I wish I could, like, watch many James Bonds with you. Yeah, hearing you didn't like Scarface kind of surprised me. I've never seen Scarface, but like something about like the kind of crimey kind of vibe to it, I think would have been at least like interesting and appealing. I would say James Bond is like my favorite movie franchise for sure. I don't know if I would say, like, okay, maybe Casino Royale. Like, I think Casino Royale would be up there in, like, maybe a top 10 of my favorite movies. I don't know where I would put it, though. There's a lot that I appreciate about it. But also, like, if people are watching through James Bond movies for the first time, I'm always like, ooh, yeah. Tell me. Oh, did you like Casino Royale? Yay! Oh, that makes me so happy. My first James Bond movie was Skyfall. I still think Skyfall is, like, one of my very favorites, but it was kind of funny how I saw it in the first place, because this was the same year that Wreck-It Ralph came out, and to kind of just, like, have some time to herself and, like, have, like, some time to do things, Mama Bun would drop us off at movie theaters to just kind of, like, vibe and hang out and watch, like, one, maybe two movies in, like, an afternoon. And one time it was just me going to the theater by myself, and my plan was to see Wreck-It Ralph for the third time in theaters, but I got there really early and I didn't feel like bumming around the theater, so I looked at what else was playing at the theater at the time, and Skyfall was going to be shown in a relatively quick time, and I was like, that's James Bond, right? I've never seen a James Bond movie before. But honestly, I liked the poster so much that I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Let me see if I can find the exact poster. Skyfall movie poster. It was this one. Yes. I saw this poster hanging on the theater wall, and I was like, whoa, that's cool. So I got my ticket and I went to go in the theater, and I saw it and I really liked it. And then later on I got picked up and Mama Bun was like, how was your time at the movie theater? And I was like, I saw Skyfall instead of seeing Wreck-It Ralph. And she was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, I really liked it, actually. And everyone was like, ooh. So, later on, I started introducing James Bond to the Bun family. Sister Bun actually quite enjoyed them. When I was introducing everyone to different Bond movies, we rented Casino Royale from the library, and everyone seemed to enjoy that. We got Quantum of Solace from the library, and Mama Bun really liked it, but I kind of hated it at the time, and I still kind of hate it, to be honest. Like, there's so much good stuff about Quantum of Solace wrapped into, like, a really flat story and really bad editing. There's, like, 2 Bond movies that have really bad editing, and if you saw them, you would see why it's a problem. But, after those, I also got a pack of the first 3 Sean Connery James Bond movies, the very first ones, which is Dr. No, from Russia with Love and Goldfinger. And Sister Bun quite enjoyed those. I remember, like, so Bun family used to go, like, travel between California and Arizona a lot. And one time, Sister Bun and I were hanging out by our own in one of the houses. And we would just, like, make peanut noodles and watch Goldfinger. And it was so fun. You goober detected. Wow. Try looking in a mirror. Well, also, hello. I'm curious. How many of you have seen Bond movies? Or are curious about them? I know Kuma's seen, like, a couple of them so far. Kalmata's still here. Like, Kalmata saw, like, all of them with me. We, like, marathoned them all in order. I watched the first one when you showed it to me that one time. Yeah! Yeah. Honestly, like, if anyone is super curious for my humble James Bond opinions, I feel like they are best enjoyed when you take them with a side of silliness. Like, you hear James Bond and you think of, like, the classic cool type of spy movie. But I think if you go into them being like, these are just, like, goofy, like, I think you'll have a much funner time. Because, like, it makes some of the oldness of the Connery ones a little more bearable. Like, silly is kind of the name of the game of Roger Moore's tenure. And, like, it's a little bit of a controversial opinion going from, like, more Brosnan to Craig. Because the Daniel Craig Bond movies are so serious. But also, like, you got the scene in Casino Royale where Bond is getting tortured, and that's kind of goofy. Which, out of context, that sounds really, really bad. But I promise you, if you knew how the torture is being done in Casino Royale, it's, like, one of the funniest scenes in all of Daniel Craig's movies. I love Octopussy, actually. Like, I feel like it's a controversial James Bond opinion, but I think it's great. I like the music. I like the vibe to it. I like the silly yo-yo buzzsaw. I like Bond dressed as a clown. For being, like, a on the cusp of, like, a Cold War movie for Bond, honestly, I kind of prefer Octopussy to GoldenEye. But again, like, I look at James Bond movies through the lens of I'm here for a silly, goofy, fun time. And, GoldenEye has its silly, fun moments, but I feel like Octopussy's much sillier. You know what's great about English? Octopussy. So, for those of you who don't know, in context, the movie Octopussy is called that because the femme fatale slash side villain question mark, she's kind of like a side villain for part of the movie, but then she becomes Bond's ally later. But she's part of a family of like marine animal enthusiasts and marine biologists, and she has a pet octopus, and her dad used to call her Octopussy. Needs a remake called Octobussy. You know what's so goofy? So at this point in time, the man with 8 dicks. Currently, they're still deciding on what new actor James Bond is going to be played by, and there's been a lot of like discourse on how they should select the new Bond actor. Like, are we gonna have like a black James Bond, a non-white James Bond in general, maybe a girl James Bond, maybe a gay one? Like, a lot of that kind of going on. And like, even like the older kind of conservative crowd that James Bond movies tend to appeal to have been pretty open to the idea of like a non-white, non-exclusively heterosexual, maybe even female Bond. And there was a statement by Barbara Broccoli, who is one of like the big producers of James Bond movies, and she said that like she's open to the idea of a non-white Bond, but not a girl one, because she said, like, paraphrasingly, it would be woke. Like, she used the word woke specifically, but like she was like, hell no, no female James Bond. And like, I mean, I understand it if she has a limit, but also like that's a bad way to have your limit, you know? Yeah, they've been deciding who should be the next Bond for kind of a long time now. Like, when was No Time to Die? No Time to Die. That was like 2023? 21. So No Time to Die, released in 2021, was Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie. And ever since then, ever since like before then even, with it being like known it would be Craig's last movie, they were like, oh, who's the next James Bond gonna be? And they just have not done anything to decide it yet. They should make a male James Bond who goes by she, her. Based. I want woke James Bond as someone who was a James Bond fan, to be honest. See, the funny thing is that, well, okay, there's two funny things. One, people who are very familiar with James Bond know that him being like a womanizer and sleeping around is purely like business to him. It's like a part of the job. There's no like passion behind it. It's purely for work. So him being super bi can and should be a thing. Like, he should be, God, I was gonna say that with my mouth. I don't want to say what my brain thought, but James Bond should be sleeping with dudes as much as he's sleeping with women, and I think the world is finally ready for that. Two, even though Barbara Broccoli said it would be woke, the producing team for James Bond has explicitly said that, like, the James Bond movies have been very, very good recruitment tools for the British populace to enlist in, like, their version of, like, spy covert operation work. And they want more black and female representation because, again, like, they have been really good recruitment tools. And I have a feeling that's why Daniel Craig era Moneypenny is a black woman. And also, like, Craig era Moneypenny is, like, the coolest, and I love her. I heard a lot of people be like, there should be, like, a Moneypenny spin-off, and I agree. Because, like, James Bond Moneypenny. Can I get, like, a picture of Craig era Moneypenny for you all? James Bond should be a manslide. He is, he can, and he should be. Can I get, like, a full picture of her? Yeah. Okay. So this is Moneypenny from the Daniel Craig era. Naomi Harris. Yeah. She used to be exclusively, like, an office worker. Where is she? Yeah. This is, like, Lois Maxwell as Moneypenny. She was exclusively like an office accountant type, and she kind of, like, flirted with Bond. But during the Daniel Craig era, you first see her in Skyfall. She's on the field with Bond, and it's very, very cool. And then, like, during the course of Skyfall, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna step away from field work and just do, like, office work. I won't spoil what happens, but, like, she chooses that for herself, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. But, like, I want to see more out on the field of Moneypenny, because I love Naomi Harris's Moneypenny a lot. There's also the Brosnan era Moneypenny. She's okay. This is apparently, like, pretty controversial, but I don't really like a lot of Brosnan era James Bond personally. GoldenEye is fine. It's fine. Tomorrow Never Dies, I actually quite enjoy. I think that's, like, my favorite of the four. Tomorrow Never Dies, the villain is basically a mix between newspaper mogul Randolph Hearst and Steve Jobs. He, like, looks very like Steve Jobs. Let me find a picture for you. Tomorrow Never Dies villain? What's his name? What's his name? Elliot Carver. Look at this man's. Look at this Steve Jobs looking man's. But the whole thing is very, like, newspaper mogul trying to take over the world and influence people's line of information kind of thing, which very weirdly enough kind of poignant in today's modern age. GoldenEye as the game was pretty damn great. I've heard that. I've actually never played a Bond game, even though I really like the movies. One of them Kalmata actually really recommends. It was like, it was about all the villains. Don't play 007 Racing. I heard it's pretty bad, actually. List of James Bond video games. Where's the one that Kalmata recommended? The Agent Under Fire? No. Rogue Agent. It's GoldenEye Rogue Agent. You're basically a henchman, and you're climbing the ranks from being a henchman to being your own fully fleshed James Bond villain. And it's got like the classic rogues gallery. Have you heard of the 60s spy era game called The Operative? No One Lives Forever. I have not. I'm curious though. I will look it up. The Operative. No One Lives Forever. Oh, ooh. The first-person shooter video game for the PS2 and Mac. The Wikipedia says it was critically acclaimed for its stylistic representation of the era, in the spirit of many spy films. And like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, no, it's got the vibe down. Great. Oh, it's got gadgets. Ooh. I'm looking at pictures of it. I love that kind of 60s aesthetic a lot. Like, you all know I like my mid-century modern, but like this kind of like, how do you describe that? Like, neo-futuristic? That wiggly, like, Austin Powers. I like the Austin Powers aesthetic. I will look into this. I'm going to save this on my bookmarks in my folder of stream research material. Yes. Oh, I love how, like, the protag's a girl, too. Like, I love James Bond. I don't think I'm, like, immensely versed in, like, the spy genre, but I love seeing cool female spies. I love when they get to let ladies do cool spy stuff. Because, personally speaking, it's like 4/5 I like seeing cool women do cool things, and 1/5 I'm like, ooh la la, hot lady. Something about, like, I don't know why I thought of this, but like, I feel like that's kind of like, weirdly enough, the same kind of appeal that I have between like idols and girl groups. I remember when I was first getting into the Spice Girls, that when Spice Mania was a thing and people were like clamoring for Spice Girls all over the world, it was kind of like unisex. Like, girls were like, oh, these are cool pop girlies taking over the world and their music's jamming. And for boys, they can enjoy the music, and also there was like a attractiveness factor that was kind of mutually understood by everyone. And like, I kind of like when there is an open and healthy appreciation for pretty celebrities. Like, I'm not really a celebrities person, but I like when it's kind of openly accepted to be like, yeah, this celebrity is pretty hot to me. Smiles. I remember watching and enjoying the Spice World movie as a kid. Yeah! Spice World is on archive.org, and I've been meaning to see it for so long, and I just have not gotten around to it. Like, I know I like the soundtrack, because I love the Spice World soundtrack. I like Spice World. It's probably like my favorite album of Spice Girls. But I want to see the movie. I want to see them goofing around and having fun. Oh my gosh. The other day, I was flopping Major Bunny style. And whenever I flop Major Bunny style, I like to peruse YouTube on my phone. And I was kind of curious about Spice Girls, and I was like, have they had any of their live performances uploaded to YouTube? And like, they have their like music videos for sure, and they had a couple of like live performances, and oh my gosh, I saw. Let me find it for y'all. What was it specifically? The Spice Girls game is like my white whale. I want to stream it so bad. I want to play Spice Girls on stream, but emulating PlayStation stuff is so hard. It's such a pain in the butt. You will know as soon as I am able to figure that out, because I will be playing Spice Girls on stream. Spice Girls live. Spice Girls performing at the Victoria's Secret fashion show, November 2007. They performed Stop, which, I mean, Stop's an okay song, pretty good. But like, I watched it and I was just like blown away. It was so good. I was like, whoa. Made me go, ooh, ah. Also, I will take you up on that sometime, Kuma. I want to play PlayStation 1 games. I can feel my voice getting a little crispy, a little rough around the edges, and I was looking at the time and I was like, oh, it's 11 o'clock already. Wow. Wow. So I think I'm going to give my voice a rest and call the stream here. I want to stream more before I have my visit to California. 2 a.m. for you. Machi. Yeah, we should all relax and chill out. Watch the new Brutal Moose. Watch the new Hairy Gold. I also want to get a snack. I had a delicious dinner, but I kind of want like a macaroni and cheese grilled cheese. I want to play Peggle. I want to play Sonic Crossworlds. Oh, there was something else I wanted to do that I totally forgot. I feel like a dum-dum. Because like for like a long time I was like, I want to stream this. And now when I'm thinking about it, I can't remember it. It will come to me. It will come to me. Hopefully. We'll see. Alright. So I'm gonna let you all go. Oh, that's me. That's my string. I pulled it up. Who's online right now? Who can I send y'all to? Oh, ooh, Hachi's streaming. Hachi's streaming Resident Evil. Been so long since I got to send people to Archie. You kidding me? Yeah, I love seeing y'all, even if it's just to like say hi for a little bit. Like, I love to yap. I love having people to yap with. I love people being here to listen to me yap. I'm glad you all enjoy it, because like I love doing it. I'll admit I had kind of like a depressy kind of week. Like, I felt sniffly after coming home from Papa Buns. I also been feeling like weirdly kind of depressed too. And I was like, I don't want to stream while I'm feeling depresso. I want to be nice and juicy and full of zest for stream time. And like every time I stream, I have such a good time. So that just tells me that I need to stream even while I'm feeling depressed. I know talking and having a fun time makes me feel better, and having you all here makes me feel better too. I will be parasocial. I love you guys. Alright. Yes, hug. Wait. It's, Alt 4? Yes! Hug time. Where is it? Alright, bring it in, everyone. I'm coming in. Yes! Here, one more for the road. You gotta squeeze me real tight. Yes. Alright. Let me... Archie... VT? VT. Please support fellow Banui Archie VT, who is currently playing Resident Evil Requiem. If I figure out what I was planning on playing, I'll play that. If I don't figure it out, I'll play Peggle. I love Peggle. Say, oh, you know what? I would love to play Viva Pinata sometime, honestly. That's another game that's like weirdly hard to emulate, but like I've been wanting to play Viva Pinata so bad. But I digress. I love you guys. I will hopefully be back soon with another thrilling stream. I will see you all later. I love you all. Go forth and do your crimes. Yeah.